Hey guys, it's the Monday Manifesto, and here you see I'm being detained by culture problems. America's got culture problems, and there's one of them. We have preconceptions, and we get all caught up in these ideas, and we judge, and oh my goodness, right now the country is in this giant kerfuffle. People say stuff and this junk just comes flying out of our mouth, and people catch it. It's like a virus, and they go, oh, you're a this and you're a that, and sometimes people think once you say something that it just can't be cured. And that's really sad. So we're going to do some talking about that. I got lots of things to clear up. And so before we do that, I want to show you guys, see these lips? I want to do a shout out to Miss Benita Young up in Moreno Valley, California for her. This is Avon. This is the official live feed. So it's the official live feed, Dr. Red. So if you like that, just look at call Dr. Red, Live Feed Red, and call Benita Young in Moreno Valley. She's got it. Okay, so here's a couple of things that'll get you out of your dire circumstances. These are jokes, guys. These politicians that are going around getting themselves all in trouble. One of them, he was an ambassador, and he went to one of these really undeveloped countries. He's going to help out this undeveloped country, and he was there with his translator, getting off the plane, and he started just babbling away. This is all the stuff about understanding people. Babble, and they got all excited, and then woohoo! And he said, "Oh, they love me." And he babbled a little more, and then went woohoo! And he said, "Wow, they really love me." And they kept going, Hazanga! And every time he said something really exciting, they went, Hazanga! And so after like an hour and a half of them doing that, Hazanga! The translator said, you know what, it's probably time to go. Let me take you to your hotel. You can get some rest. So they went to the hotel, and he said, now, as we walk along here, you're going to hit some rural areas, and we're going to have to walk through some pastures. But when you do that, watch where you're walking, because you might step into some of that Hazanga. So the next time you're in one of these things, one of these situations where there's something that you really think you want to say a 4-letter word about, try saying Hazanga. Okay? Don't get yourself all up in a kerfuffle and say something you don't want to say that you can never take back. Try Hazanga. Okay, the other one, I used to do that. I would say that to my classes at the beginning of every semester, so they'd know if I got torqued off at them, I would just yell, Hazanga! And they would stop. Okay, the other one, if it's a quiet time and I want them to stop something, I would tell them at the beginning of the semester about ants and anthills, and how very, what do you call it? They're very they work hard, workaholics. And at the beginning of the summer, they're getting all of their fruits and whatever nuts and things that they want to put in the anthill for winter. So the head ant is up there with his little antlers, and he's telling everybody what to do. Okay, up, straight, left, right. And one dumb little ant, he had a turd, and he was trying to get it up the hill, and the head ants, he's looking, and he saw that and he went, oh my God, stop it! Okay, so if it's quiet time and somebody's doing something stupid that you don't want, stop that. Okay? So there's 2 ways to defuse something without saying nasty stuff. There you go. So here you go. In life, you can do things without saying nasty stuff. However, normally I just lurk around on social media for a couple of reasons. One, I'm not that bright and I don't know how to work social media. 2, it ain't worth messing around with other people's posts, because cotton picking, the other day I just said one thing, and I said it as a qualified doctor of clinical hypnotherapy. You guys know that I am a recovering teacher and a practicing clinical hypnotherapist. Teaching was wonderful, and I have a doctorate in education. It is actually technical education, medical specialties, and that means that I'm smart enough in curriculum design on computers to make this dopey sign that I just made for you guys. Wow! And then I have a second doctorate in clinical hypnotherapy, and that means if you don't like the stuff that I just did, I can hypnotize you and make you think you like it. Now, so I made this little tweet. Not a tweet, a thingy on somebody's post in Facebook. And this guy got all nuts, and he said, oh, there aren't doctors of clinical hypnotherapy, and besides, hypnotherapy doesn't exist. Yeah, look it up, guys. During World War II, when they didn't have any, Novocaine, and these guys were just, their jaws were shot off and stuff, they used hypnosis, and they thought they had Novocaine. I can make people think they've had a morphine shot, and your body reacts the same way as if there were a morphine shot. Hypnosis is as old as any of the healing professions, and yes, it is a recognized thing, and yes, there are doctors of clinical hypnotherapy. So that's my last experience with trolls. I don't have time for that. So that was my short rant about trolls. I'm not going to do that anymore. We're going to get down to business about tomorrow. The reason that I'm wearing this, other than it was fun to make and fun to talk about trolls, PTSD victim. People get labeled really quickly, and we have a lot of military coming out. They have had traumas, and we have a lot of civilians. They have had traumas. Look at this business going around now about people who have been sexually molested. Yeah. People who've been in car crashes, yeah. There are all kinds of people who've been held up at a bank. Yeah, there's a lot of trauma going on out there. So you can say PTSD. I don't know if you want to say victim or not. I don't know if you want to label people or not, because it's not our job to label people. And that word victim, holy cow. How long does victim last? And do you want to have that victim mentality? And do you need somebody else to heal you or not? Well, here's a really cool book we're going to discuss tomorrow. Reclaiming Life After Trauma. And these people they're the bomb, man. They're amazing. Healing PTSD with cognitive behavioral therapy. And yeah, that's been around a long time too. And another thing, yoga. Holy cow, guys, that's been around forever. And trust me, I'm a Kriya yogi. I know, I love it. I took mine up here at the Yogananda Center in Encinitas. And if you can get to the Yogananda Center, oh, holy cow, you'll love it. These guys are amazing, and they can actually tell you how to heal yourself. So if you haven't got the money to go see a therapist, or you're too embarrassed to go see a therapist, buy a book and learn how to do it yourself. Wow, there honestly is no excuse not to get well. It's amazing. So how about tuning in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time? And if you can't do that, 12 hours later, and if you can't do that, the next day you can catch it on archive. And how about this, guys? It's digital. You can catch it on your phone, on your pad, on your watch. Holy cow, there's probably no way you cannot hear about this. So no excuses, guys. If you think you've been traumatized, untraumatize. Listen to this. These guys are amazing. So we'll catch you tomorrow. And you know what? You get a chance to rant. You can do the rant of the week. So we'll catch you tomorrow. And remember, guys, it is okay to flip your wig. It's not okay to lose your mind. Bye-bye.